Top send for Kelling to double his lead. And again, that's a really nice marker.
Game shot on the
And
second
again,
leg.
it's
Jamie
utilised. At least make him think here. 20 and tops. Yeah,
Game
much
shot on the
better
third leg. Lisa Ashton.
from Lisa Ashton. Stuck to the foot of the table. If Jamie Kelling can apply
Game shot on the
the
match.
finishing
Jamie
blow, the final blow, and the boost that he needed, Ashton goes down in her opener. 4-1 for the hands of Jamie Kelling. Adrian can double his lead if he can take this out. Treble 18. And now he wants the same thing that Gwyn just missed,
Game
but
shot
he
on the
hits
second leg. Adrian Gray.
and doubles his lead. Really, really good way to close the door on Jacob Gwyn, who now finds himself with work to do himself. Gray pulls away. He's 6 points clear of both Gwyn and Jamie Kelling. But Timo can take the leg on the ball.
Game shot on the second leg. Timothy Verbrew.
It could be the last dart he throws.
Game shot
And
on
it
the
is,
match. Adam Mould.
because Mould gets victory over Verbrew, and that could spell the end of the Belgians' bid to make it through to finals tonight. He's going to be 4 points adrift after the next game. Adam Mould puts himself firmly in the fight, and it took a bit out of him, that you can see. He knew how important that win was, but a win he got. He moves on to 6 points.
Game shot on the third leg. Jamie Kelling. Game shot on the match.
And
Jamie
Kelling completes victory. A 4-1 win over Jacob Gwyn that puts him into second place in the table. He's now amassed 8 points, leaving Gwyn behind on 6, and the man who had it in his hand. Full 12 for a double break.
Game shot on the third leg. Timothy Verbrew.
In the destiny of this group.
Yeah, nobody will take her lightly, that's for sure. But Timothy
Game shot on the
Verbrew
match.
has
Timothy-
beaten her heavily here. A 4-0 victory over the 4-time world champion, and that keeps the Belgian in the fight for now at least. He's 2 points adrift.
Game shot on the first leg. Adrian Gray.
Yeah, nice finish that from Adrian Gray.
Game shot on the third leg. Jacob Gwyn.
I like the play. Try and get the noise.
Yeah, though mathematically, a switch to the ball would have given him a better leave. Maybe academic.
Game shot on the fourth leg.
It would have been
Timothy Verbrew.
futile. But no biggie. Thinking. Splitting. Hitting.
Game shot on the match. Timothy Verbrew.
Timothy Verbrew gets a job done against Jacob Gwyn, who will be really disappointed. He's lost all 3 of his matches today, and his chances of reaching finals night are sinking fast. As for Verbrew, he is right in the race. He joins Jamie Kelling on 8 points. Well, both times he's been on a finish. The first time he's had a go at it, he's kind of made a mess. But that
shot on the
is
third
nice
leg.
and
Jamie
clean
Kelling.
from Kelling. To inflict the first defeat of the group on Adrian Gray,
Game shot on the match.
and
Jamie
Kelling
Kelling.
claims a win, one that could be enormous in the context of this group. It will not affect Gray's progress. It does end his unbeaten record.
It plagued her across the first 3 days. Did massively improve yesterday. It seems like the double woes are back again for Lisa Ashton.
Game shot on the
She does
second
not
leg.
get
Adam Mould.
a second bite at the cherry. Adam Mould feels he's stolen that leg. 3 standards throughout the whole game. But this game goes on no more. It's another defeat for Lisa Ashton, who It's been a torrid week. She's really been struggling through with that injury, but Adam Mould taking advantage of the situation. He gets the points and keeps himself in contention. Does he go straight for it? Does he split? Opts to go straight for it, but the way his darts lie, this could become a problem, especially now. He's going to have to move round. He shuffles to the right. What a dart. Every time he gets the treble 20 off the bottom wire, you just expect it to go in. That's his 21st maximum of his Group C campaign.
Jamie Kelling.
Getting shot on the third leg,
like
Jamie
that.
Kelling. Fourth leg, Timothy to throw first. Game on.
Oh, this would be good.
Game shot on the sixth leg. Timothy
What
to
a finish that is from Timothy de Bruyne. Matches Adam Mould as the top finisher of the group, and he smiles again. He's got a right to smile. He's in this. He's in the mix. He'll want to hit it with the first dart this time.
Game shot on the match.
That will do. Kelling is clear of Timothy Verbrugge, who now cannot get higher than Kelling. A big hug for Paul Hinks. Will he be celebrating come the end of the day, Jamie Kelling? He's put himself in pole position. Just looking at moments, aren't you, over the last 2 days where one result could have turned in your favour. This match may turn in Adam Mould's favour. That's a very good leg of dart.
Game shot on the fourth
Oh,
leg.
that's a lovely finish from Jacob Gwynn, who's doing Kelling's work for him here. Adjustment required. Double 5. And Mould finds it, and he keeps himself in the hunt. He keeps this group alive. For Jacob Gwynn, he's still looking for his first victory of the day, but Adam Mould has given himself a chance, and he set up a straight shootout with Jamie Kelling. A pair of 8s. Lucky that hasn't gone in the double 11. But he does finish the job, and he does win the group. Gray takes top spot in Group C, and we will see him on Saturday at the Super Series. A 4-2 success.
Game shot on the first leg, Jamie Kelling.
Cashes it in. And that, a monstrous visit there from Jamie Kelling. But it might not mean anything.
What a time that would have been. What a finish it would have been.
40.
Especially after the pressure pilot. The 177 set up from Kelling. Mould misses double 12 for a magical finish. And then Kelling clinches a leg on top.
Game shot on the third leg. Adam Mould.
Just gives Mould a foothold in the game.
This sometimes when you try reading into the games a little bit. A bit of a false sense of security almost when you're 3-1 up in the situation your opponent's got the throw in 2 of the 3 legs. Almost really pressurises the
100
6th leg.
Wow. Back to back 180s from Adam Mould. 3 in this tie. And now JK's in on the act. This crucial contest has caught light. And that is the leg of the match. Indeed, the leg of the day. Can Kelling clinch it? It's one dart at tops.
36.
And Mould
Adam
gets
Nadal,
his
51.
chance to stay in it. This is right in the balance.
Should be getting 2 darts. He does. Persist with tops. He's had a bit of a love-hate relationship with tops, and right now he absolutely loves it.
Often he would split. If he goes straight for it, he just wants it over. And it
James
is
on the
over.
match, Jamie
Kelling clinches a place at finals night after a magnificent meeting with Mould. What drama, what delights on that stage. Kelling, in the end, gets the job done. The league table will say he won it comfortably.
Game shot on the third leg. Timothy Thurbrugh. Game shot on the match.
Well,
Timothy
Verbrugge
Thurbrugh.
wins, but it's Gray who qualifies. A 4-1 success against a group winner for Timo to sign off his week at the Super Series. Came through the ADC Europe qualifiers. Putting himself on a double. It's one last go for Jacob Gwynn. He
Game shot on the
sneaks
match,
it in
Jacob
the
Gwynn.
corner to get the victory over Ashton for the second time in the group. And he takes his tally to 8 points. 4 wins for Gwynn, only 1 for Lisa Ashton in this group. She goes down 4-2. No victories today for her, but Gwynn signs off with a victory. But it's Jamie Kelling and Adrian Gray that go through from this group, and myself and Matthew Edgar will summarise all of the action in 90 seconds. You can count them. So Group C, all done and dusted. 2 players joining Shane McGurk at finals night. And well, it ended up quite dramatic in the end, didn't it?
Did. It was an enjoyable group right to the very end, and it was so close and tight, which is what we want to see. We want these groups, we want to see these players under stress, and we've said many times that this is a real good platform to future darts and certainly things such as the Pro Tour, so it's really good to see them under that sort of scrutiny, and good to see Jamie Kelling come out on top.
Yeah, let's just recap the results then from all of the 15 fixtures that have been played this afternoon. And as Matthew just said, Jamie Kelling did come out on top, and he did it by winning all of his matches today. But it did go down to that nail-biting 1/3 from the bottom there against Adam Mould. And Mould, had he won that, he would have snuck through.
And it's harsh on Adam Mould, but he did so well to get himself into that position in the first place, because after Jamie Kelling won his game before, he thought he was through already. He gave Paul Hinks a hug, he went on his victory lap, but Adam Mould still managed to put himself into a position where it's just a leg away. So he can take a lot of positives out of that. He won't do it now. Right now, we'll probably go back to the hotel room, throw the pillars around a little bit, but in a day's time, he'll probably go, that was quite a good campaign.
Yeah, even after that as well, before Kelling started that match, he actually thought he only needed to win 3 legs. He told me up here in the studio, so that could have got ugly, couldn't it, had he sort of relaxed once he got to 3. Good that he kept the intensity and got the win.
Absolutely, you can get caught out with these sort of things, especially if you don't know how to monitor the table properly. You can ask, of course, some people will tell you, but ultimately you don't really want to know. The last thing you want to do is go into one of those games with a lowered bar. Just win the game and then worry about it afterwards. And it's sort of the advice I always give people anytime they're playing in a league table scenario, because until you lose, it doesn't really matter how many legs you need or how many points or whatever the things are. Just win the game. And he's had a great day.
Let's talk about a couple of players that won't be going through to finals tonight. I'm going to start with Timothy Verbrew, who has been here all week as an ADC Europe qualifier. He's had some good moments, hasn't he?
We didn't know what to judge him against as well, because he hasn't really played that many darts. He played the Belgian Open and didn't really get too far in there. I ran into Wesley Palazier quite early, so he took a early defeat, so we didn't get to see what he could do in that tournament. He went to Q School, got to the second phase of that, and again, a couple of results in there, but you can't really judge someone off of that one sort of tournament, so there was very limited data that we could find in regards to it, so it was always going to unfold before us. Really big fan of the action, very smooth, great release. I think with a bit of confidence in there, a bit of experience, could be quite a solid player.
And you dug up an amazing stat on one of the other players that hasn't made it. Adam Mould goes through an entire campaign reaching at least 3 legs in every single match. He must be feeling hard done by not to be on that stage tomorrow.
Absolutely, but also the other thing with that is he came close but then just wasn't going over the line. So I don't know whether he's getting a bit too embroiled, maybe a bit too reactive. We certainly was living everything. And maybe that would be the advice to Adam Mould. Maybe concentrate a bit more on his own game, because at times he's practically cheerleading people hitting 180s against him at times. And maybe that's something he'll work on moving forward. He does do a lot of time working on other people's games and running tournaments for other people. But when he puts that shirt on, he needs to be someone different. And yes, you can enjoy good darts, but not all the time when it's against you.
What have you made of Adrian Gray? Because he did all the damage yesterday, winning all of his matches. But has he shown enough for you to think he's a real runner tomorrow night?
I think Adrian Gray always kind of is. He's a consistent type, which is why I tipped him to win this group. And I think that's what he needs at this point. Tomorrow's a completely different kettle of fish. Tomorrow you need to be explosive at times. You don't have the luxury of time. You don't get to turn things around. You can't just sort of battle and grind out results. So that might be where he comes a little bit unstuck, but it wouldn't surprise me to see him win a title here at all. He's one of those capable players.
Yeah, absolutely is. Well, let's just get confirmation finally of the group table then. Adrian Gray finishing top of it by just 2 points in the end from Jamie Kelling. That gap between Kelling and Mould, 4 points, but had Mould won that last match, he would have second spot. Timothy Verbrew in 4th, Gwyn in 5th, and Lisa Ashton. It's been a tough week for her, hasn't it?
Really tough, and it's been a tough watch at times as well. It's been a shame to see her in this sort of state, especially certainly after she had that good run at the seniors. Maybe, as we mentioned on commentary, just gave us that little bit, maybe we thought she was further along than she actually was. And maybe the back-to-back weeks in hindsight was probably just too much for her, especially coming off of that seniors as well. So she gets to go home now. She's got a week at home to get ready for the women's series. I guarantee she won't pick up a dart for a couple of days. She's going to want to have some rest time in there. But when she does pick them back up again, it's just going to feel so homely to her again, because she's put some serious hours in. So yes, it didn't go right for her here, but I think this is going to benefit her further down the road.
Yeah, one more session to go tonight, of course. Shane McGurk already in finals night. Tonight we've got Rhys Robinson, who's won all his games last night. Nathan Gervin in there as well. And the player who has played really well this week, Johnny Barnes, one of the ADC qualifiers, is in the mix. 3 go through from that group. We can see all the names in it there. And that one could be another close run thing. Maybe take Rhys Robinson out of the equation, but everybody else could be battling it out for 2 places.
I think you just named the 3 players that are going to go through that group tonight. I think Richard North and Bab Patel are going to be the 2 players that are going to be missing out. Rhys Robinson, I'm sticking with it for him to win the group. If that is the case, I put myself under pressure for Saturday night, because I'd have called all 3 group winners, just to put it out there.
There we go. No praise like self-praise. Well, thank you for your time once again. We'll see you this evening, and we'll hope to see you this evening as well. We do return at 10 p.m. tonight live on the Modus Super Series YouTube channel. But as far as Group C is concerned, it's Adrian Gray who conquered everyone.